Mute పెట్టాలి.
Hello, my voice is audible. Hello. Hello, my voice is audible. Hello, my. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Your audio and video are clear, ma'am.
Madam,
Yeah.
Sahanti madam.
Sorry, my voice is audible now.
Yeah, madam.
Yeah.
Yes, madam.
Audible.
Okay. So let's start from the starting. So what is the scientific journal? So scientific journal means if we did any research, any new experiment or any circuit we design, we should publish it because we should publish it so that we can publish it so that we can tell the world what is going on. So scientific journal means to publish in a periodical publication, and this definition is from Wikipedia. Then what is the difference between a journal and manuscript? So if we think about the manuscript, so what is the manuscript? So manuscript means the scientific manuscripts are organized in a logical format, which fits the specific criteria as determined by the scientific community. Say we want to publish a paper in IEEE. So IEEE has some specific process to publish it. They have some format. So we have to write the script in that format, and this writing part is the manuscript. When manuscript will be published, it can be taken as the scientific journal. So this is the basic difference between a scientific journal and manuscript. All we can tell all the journals are manuscripts, but all the manuscripts are not journal. So what are the types of journal manuscripts? We can send it as an original research paper. What is the meaning of original research paper? So we have done some experiment or some simulation or something. We will write the result in a complete form. We will send, and this can be taken as the original research paper. It includes the full apart from abstract, it should have introduction, and which includes the literature survey, methods, results, and discussion section. So we can tell the original. So we can tell the original paper is the original paper. We can tell as the total complete idea of your research of any specific topic. Next, we come to the next, which is basically the next one is the rapid communication. What is rapid communication? In some journal companies also tell it as a letter, electronic letter, like IET tell it as electronic letter. So what is this? Say we have some small findings, but the finding has a very much value. So what is rapid communication? Rapid communication means this paper communicate findings that editor believes will be interesting. Maybe small finding, you cannot write more about that, but it is interesting. So we have to submit it, and it will be published as soon as possible within submission. The time taken for rapid communication is maximum 2 to 3 months. If your rapid communication journal is more apt, we can go for the details of all the outputs in the original research paper. Now, in the rapid communication, we will not give the all type of result. We will only discuss about our main idea or main research paper, and the paper will be not more than 2 to 3 pages. It depends on journal to journal. Third one is the review article. So what is a review article? Review article means review article is a comprehensive summary of the research on a certain topic. So what is this? Review article means if we are taking one topic, say we are telling about the renewable energy sources. So we will write one journal which has the all type of all type of previous research, previous literatures, and the idea will be stated in that field. Okay, so journals are basically three types. One is the original. This is your original idea, and it is the total of your experiments, the procedure, and the results. Next one is the electronic letter or rapid communication. If you have one idea, small idea maybe, but result is impactful, you can send it and you can be published. And this is the review article. The background study of that new thing. Say we are going for the machine learning or the data science nowadays. So now the scope is more, but it will take time to publish the new paper. In the meantime, if you have done some literature survey, write it up and send it up. But it should be new, some useful, and which has not been published before. The number of pages of the review articles are more, and we will at least cite minimum 100 to 120 research articles. This is one important. Sorry. Okay, so we will at least we will write 100 to 120 research articles in the case of the review journal. So now it is the time to write the scientific paper. So there are 6 must-dos before writing your scientific paper. When you have planned to write the scientific paper, think the reason for publishing, why you want to publish your work. Sometimes do not think only due to our college or due to our peer pressure. That is not the thing. Whatever you are doing, think, is this publishable or not? Sometimes we do some small work, but we have to know it is publishable or not. What is the next? Next, before you start your research, you must ask the question, your hypothesis, and check the work is publishable or not. Ask yourself. First, you ask the question to you, is this publishable or not? Say you have planned that you will publish one paper on say new topic or any control system topic, say any filter design. You have planned some filter with data science, that is there already though. You have planned some database filter. You have planned. First ask your question, is this a new topic? Yes. We can give some novelty to this. If it is yes, then only we will check. So question your hypothesis, what you have think. First, before doing the experiment, ask yourself, is this really new topic or not? And how you can do this? You have to read, you have to do more paperwork, more literature review. Next, is your work is new or interesting? And say we have done the, okay, you got the answer, yes, my hypothesis is okay and it is publishable. Now think about the novelty. Is this any novelty or is the topic interesting? Otherwise, maybe the editor find it uninteresting or there is no new topic. They may cancel your paper. They may reject your paper. And when you will write the paper, you will think that is what are the challenging things in your work. Say we are doing the data-driven filter, as I give the example. Now in the data-driven filter, what is the main challenge? If we are using it for any system, we cannot get a lot of data. So this is the challenge. And when you will write your paper, focus on the challenge, what you are facing. And this is the one important topic. Is your work directly related to the current topic? Means now we know this is the market for the emerging technologies like AI, like machine learning, like data science. So if we incorporate the new technologies in our old electrical engineering, it will be more acceptable than the others. And last but not the least, will you solve the some difficult problems with your work? Say you have done a case study and you got a satisfied result. If your who is the your reviewer asks you to show any other example, are you able to solve any other problems? Yes or no? If all the answers are yes, okay, you are now ready to write your scientific manuscript. So before writing the manuscript, there are 11 steps to structure a scientific manuscript. What are the steps? When we will write any manuscripts, what will be the steps? So there are 11 steps. First, when you will do this one, first prepare the figures and tables. Why? This is according to the LCBR. I am not telling the procedure. This is from the LCBR, and according to the LCBR, 11 steps. First, prepare the figure and tables. And for preparing the figures and tables, what will be our first work? Anyone, this is an interactive session. First, if we want to prepare our required figures and tables, what is our first thing? What we have to do first? You can tell any answer. Our first thing will be, you can write it in the chat box also. So first thing, we have to choose the topic. We have to perform our experiment so that we can get the exact figures and exact tables what we want. So first step is prepare the figures and tables. Number 2, you know what are the answer. Now you wrote, say you are doing some program in MATLAB, Simulink. You have wrote some program, so you know the methods, but you have to write the methods very nicely. You can write it using the algorithm or flowchart. It will be more beneficial if you write it in the algorithm or in the flowchart method, but write the methods. And one thing that specifically IEEE journals, as I have one IET journals, I can tell that in the IET journal or IEEE journal, if you write the mathematical expression more, the mathematics behind your algorithm, the chance of accepting the journals becomes more. This is I am telling from IEEE, IET and LCBR. The three things, they only gives the more weightage on the mathematical background. So write the methods, write the mathematics, and better if you write it in a flowchart form or in a algorithm form. Next is, already you wrote the methods, you have wrote the figures. Write up the results. What is the difference between the result and figure? Result means the discussion of each figures and tables. Write it clearly. You know the methods, which method you used. You know what are the topics you used, what are the value you used. You know this one best. So according to that, write the result, what you have assumed, what value you have taken, which methodology you used, and based on the figures, what are the results you got. Next is the write the discussion. Already you have wrote the results of each and every section. You have drawn the figure, you have wrote the tables. Now you know the all figures. So based on the figures, you have first write the discussion. What is the discussion portion? So write the results and discussion before the introduction. Why before the introduction? Because first you have to know whatever you thought you will do, can you complete everything? So that thing is, write the discussion. Write the discussion before the introduction part. If your discussion is insufficient, if you cannot meet your objective, then no need to write the introduction part. Next is the write a clear conclusion. Discussion means what you got from the result. Say we are, as I gave the example of the filter, we have estimate the states. Next we can tell discussion portion is we can minimize the noise. Third is we can use it as a controller. So like this we have discussed many things, and discussion should be 6 to 7 points. Conclusion should be 3 to 4 sentences. So what is the conclusion? The summary, the précis of the conclusion, précis of the discussion is the conclusion. Now you know your method, you know your result, you know your conclusion. Now you will write the introduction. What is the introduction? An introduction must have the literature review. Yesterday sir told how to cite. All should be properly cited, all the old works, and you have to write the introduction. Then after introduction, write the abstract. So if this is according to LCBR, but if you ask me, I will tell first before discussion, please please mute your microphones. Please mute your microphones. It is okay. So hello, please mute your microphone. Okay. Okay. So so next is the write the abstract first, then go to the abstract and brush up the abstract. Though according to LCBR, write the abstract after introduction, but according to me, first write the abstract before drawing, when you are thinking about your paper. Then after these many steps, brush up your abstract. What is next? Next is compose a concise and descriptive title. Title is the main thing. You know your method, you know the introduction, you know the field, you know the result. Combine everything and compose a concise and descriptive title. Next, select the keywords. Keywords, when say I am searching a paper, what will I give? I will give the keywords only. Say we are doing the renewable energy source, renewable energy, estimation, power. So these keywords I will give. So keywords is the most important thing to improve your citation. Choose the keywords wisely so that you can give more citation, get more citation. And if any acknowledgement is there, if you are doing this, you are a project fellow or you are doing in any special lab, you should give the acknowledgement. And last of all, write up the reference. And what next question? What will be the length of a manuscript? I told for the rapid communication, it should not be more than 3. Here we will only think about our original research paper. So first one is title. It should be short and informative. Next one is the abstract. Abstract must be less than 250 words, though it varies from journal to journal. In some journal, it is 350 words also, but it is not more than 1 para. Next is introduction. Introduction means 1 to 1.5. Introduction should not be more than 1 to 1.5 pages. Next, your methods, your not only methods, there is what is the system description. Everything will come under this, and it should be within 2 to 3 pages. Then result, the figures and tables. Maybe you do the experiment 1,000 of times and you have 1,000 results, but don't give all the results. It makes the paper clumsy. Choose the best one and give the best results in your manuscripts. Next, discussion. Discussion may be half page to 1 page, not more than this. And conclusion should be precise. As I told, discussion should be 7 to 8 points, but conclusion is 3 to 4 lines. The conclusion
రోజు ముఖానికి క్రీమ్ రాసుకున్న తర్వాత మీకు ఉంటుంది కదా ఆయిలీ జిడ్డు ఫీలింగ్ నాకన్నా
Sorry, I am really sorry because my power cut was there. I think, can you hear me now? Can anyone confirm? Can anyone confirm?
Now it is audible.
Now audible. Actually, my power cut is there. Sorry for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Madam, whatever you are saying that on what basis you are saying? I mean the page length and abstract less than 250.
Madam, your PPT is not visible, madam.
చేతిలో డబ్బులు సరిగా ఆడటం లేదు.
Voice is also not audible.
డబ్బులు ఆడటం కోసం తాను అబద్ధాలు చెప్పలేడు. అబద్ధాలు చెప్పలేకపోవడం వల్ల డబ్బులు పుట్టడం లేదు. డబ్బులు లేక వ్యసనాలకు ఆస్కారం లేకుండా పోయింది. క్రమంగా ఈ దొంగ తన వ్యసనాలను వదిలించుకోలే
Sir, tell me, sir, what is the question?
I mean, on what basis that length of
Length is
abstract
this is the LCBR, sir. According to the LCBR, as I told, it changes paper to journal, but the LCBR takes this basic thing, means according to the LCBR rules.
Okay,
Can
right.
anyone send me the actually my host, can anyone make me the host? Ranjit sir. Hello, Ranjit sir, can you make me the host? Narendra sir, Ranjit sir, please can you anyone make me the host? Hello. If any, one second. Okay. So now I am the host. Sorry for
Madam, now
this
you can share the screen,
disturbance.
madam.
Yes, yes. Sorry for the disturbance. Actually, this is the first time. Okay. So this is it is not according to me. This is according to the LCBR rules. Okay. So and they are telling that reference should be minimum 20 to 50 papers, not more than 50. Okay. This is according to the LCBR journal. Next is, what is the good title? I will not tell about all the points because I know all of you know better that how to write a paper. Just I will tell some small thing. What is the good title? Because when you are going for any citation, you will check the title of the journal. So if the journal is attractive, if the title is attractive to me, we will go for the next research, next paper reading. So according to the scholars, the definition of the good title is it should ensure the research accomplishes 4 goals. When we are writing one concise title, there should be 4 goals. What are the goals? First one is, a good title will predict the content of the research paper. If I tell the one name, adaptive filter based estimation of nonlinear system. So first one is the adaptive. We are using here adaptive. Filter. We are using here filter based nonlinear system. So systems we are taking the nonlinear. So the keyword should be present in the title. That good title should be interesting to the reader. If I wrote some tough English, it should not attract, because the journal will go worldwide and there are many countries, those who don't know the English properly. So it should be more interesting to the reader. We write it with the easy word, not our any tough English word. Third one, it should reflect the tone of the writing. It should be so confident that it will tell the tone of the writing. If we want to write the review paper, the title should be different from the original paper, and the title of the rapid communication should be different. So it should reflect the tone of the writing. And one more thing, while reading, don't judge a book by its cover. This is an English proverb. What does it mean? Say the title is not attractive, you skip the paper. But sometimes there are some journals of some good authors, and that is very much useful. What is next? Next is, so already I have told this. So what is the point of the effective manuscript titles? Attract the reader's attention, contain fewest possible word. It should not be like a sentence. It has only the keywords. Adequately describe the content. What is your abstract? That should be clear from your title. Should be informative. What methods you are using? What is the theme? What is the application domain? Everything should be in the title. And do not use the technical jargon, as I told you, and do not use the rarely used abbreviation. If I wrote DNA, DNA is a common word. You can use, say, any medical paper, you use DNA. Everyone know the DNA. But if you use that SpO2, what is the meaning of SpO2? We don't know. So do not use any rarely used abbreviation. Make it according to the scope of the journals. If we send it in, say for my case, my research topic is the signals and system, but it can be used in the process control also. So when we will choose, if I want to send the paper in the process control domain, the tone should be in line with the process control. We will give more, we will highlight the application domain. If we want to send it in the signal process, SPR, signal processing journal, so we will give the more highlight on the method process. So write that we have to choose the keyword. Next, so before checklist for finalizing the title for a research paper, check the instruction to the authors provided by the journals. Each and every journals has a different rule. It should tell how many words, what will be the, how many word will be in the journal, or what will be the method to write. So go through that. Next, does the title indicate the main theme? Is it clear? If anyone read it, it is clear. Is there should be no ambiguity. It should not be too long. If I use are adaptive, based, Kalman filter, based, state, estimator, and fault detection, blah, 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 it is too long. If I wrote filter based estimation, this is also not enough, because we are using the adaptive, we are using the non-linear. So when we are using the title, it should not be too long or too short. If I wrote machine learning based PV cell, no one can understand what we want to tell. If we write fault diagnosis using the machine learning for a PV cell, then it is more clear. So it should be clear, and it contain the relevant keywords. And if we use the abbreviation, I told already, and if using a clear statement, and it should be catchy, so that one can, if the words are catchy, then only one person will read. If we were reading some, if you were watching some horror movie, which will tell, if the word ghost is there, you will feel more interested to watch the movie. Same thing. If the title is catchy, if we use nowadays fuzzy logic, neural network, machine learning, data science, now these are the emerging trends, it will make everyone to read the papers. Next is the authorship. This is also one important thing, because when we are, if you are a known author, when someone want to cite you, they will give you the authorship. So for the authorship, there will be the first author, maybe more authors will be there, but sometimes what we do, we have some supervisor, we have our guide, or where we are doing the job, we give our head, who is the main position, the first authorship, but maybe he has the least contribution. Don't do this. This is not ethical. Order of the author should be according to their contribution. Who works most, his name should be in the first. Okay. So author affiliation is also an important factor. If you see some author from IIT, you will read his or her paper more generously than from any other college. So affiliation is also an important factor. Next is keyword. Why keyword is required? When someone is searching any topic, they will search using the keyword. So keyword should be in line with title. Whatever I have told in the title, that should be in line with that keywords. That should be in keywords. What is next? Next is can be used for indexing purpose. I have already told. Say you are indexing it in the ResearchGate, and the ResearchGate one indexing thing is there. So you can give the keywords for the indexing purpose. Should use only similar as the title. It should use the established abbreviation, not all. So these are the main things of the keywords, and should be specific. Next thing is the abstract. What is abstract? Abstract is a brief and compact form of the research. We can tell it as a mini paper. Why we can tell it as the mini paper? Whatever you are writing, everything should be present in a perfect abstract, but its length should not be more within 250 to 350, should not be more than one paragraph. So the abstract is a brief and compact form of the research work, giving the important details and introduction to work. When we are reading a paper, first we read the abstract. If we are happy, if we are satisfied with the introduction, with the abstract, then only we will go through the paper. So abstract should be perfectly written. And what are the vitals to write the abstract? First of all, go through the work. How to write? When you write, first write all the highlights. What is your objective? What is the scope? What is the method and conclusion? These four things must be present in a perfect abstract. First one, what is the objective to write the paper? What is the scope? If we use the machine learning, what is the utilize? Is this better than the existing methods? So these are the scopes, methods. What methods we are using? And conclusion. Conclusion should be the 1 line or 2 line. Everything. That's why abstract can be told as a mini paper. So how to write many of our things? So as I told, to write the abstract, what we will do? First, we will write the abstract first, then we will brush up. How to brush up? We will write the conclusion, and then we discussed about, and we will write the discussion of our paper. And from that, we will highlight what is the main outcome of my paper, what is the main thing we are getting, and collect the highlighted section. We will write, we will point it out, and we can submit, we can write it in a sentence form. And this is the main abstract, the collection of the information, and rewrite it so that we can read it as a paragraph. And the first sentence in this work or in this study, we proposed the new thing. That will be the first sentence. What is your what is the main innovation? That should be, what is the novelty? That should be in the first line, in 1 line. So this is the main vital writing about the abstract. So next is the introduction. What is introduction? Introduction should be more than 3 to 4 paragraphs and more. First para, introduction and societal needs. What, say we are writing some paper on renewable energy sources. So first para will be about the use of the renewable energy. Why we are using the renewable energy? What is the societal needs? Next, what are the problems? We will study the papers. We will do the literature review. In the paper of this, he did this, but this portion is missing. In paper 2, he did this, but this portion is missing. So these are the problems what we will write. But we will only emphasize on the problems what we are facing. We are going to explain in our paper. Next, solution. Why your proposed method, how and why your proposed method is going to deal with this. So this is the 3rd paragraph. 4th paragraph is the concluding para. Concluding para means If we use, what are the things we will get? What is the main novelty? In your journal, if you are writing any original research, give the novelty whenever you can. It will attract the reviewer. And write the paper structure. In section 2, we discussed about the mathematical model. In section 3, we discussed about the methodology. In discussed for research and in section 4 about the result. So like this, you should write in the paper structure in the 4th para. So you can make it 5 or 6 para, but this 4 paragraph should be present in your paper. Next portion, I am not telling about the body because methodology, algorithm, you know who is the researcher, he know best. He know better than any reviewer because only he did this. He or she performed the experiment. So they can write according to them. And discussion. This is the most important section. It will interpret the result. Whatever result you got, what is the meaning of the result? You got some graphs, you got some tables. What is the interpretation? And this is the compare the published result with your own description of results. When you will discuss, we will compare it with the existing methods, why we are using this. And what is next? Next is the how to write a crisp conclusion. Already conclusion should be crisp and it should be small. So first slide will be the restate of the topic, what you want to do. Next is briefly summarize your main points, why you choose that topic. First one is the abstract, what is your novelty. Next, why you choose that topic. Then answer the so what question. Why the question comes so what? If the paper of the author, these are the problems, what we will do. So this answer should be again written in the conclusion topic, conclusion portion. Bring things in a full circle and close the logic. In the abstract, you told, I want to do this. This paper presents this paper proposes, this paper employs. Like this, we will start in the abstract. This paper employs the newly proposed blah, blah, blah algorithm. Here we will, in the conclusion portion, we have successfully employed, that one employs. This is employed the algorithm and we got the satisfactory result. So it should be like a circle. And avoid the changing the tone of the paper. As I told, first thing, what is the type of the paper? So please avoid the changing the tone of the paper. And last part is the how to write the bibliography or the references. Because if you cite more papers, it will help you and it will help the others to improve their citation also. But according to the LCBR rule, it should not exceed the 50 for the original research paper. If it is review paper, it should go up to 100 to 120. And yesterday, Ranjit sir has told how to write the bibliography. So I am not repeating the same thing, but just one important thing I will tell here, that there are, if you go to the Google Scholar, you can get the different types of referencing style. One is the MLA or Modern Language Association. One is the CMS, Chicago Manual of Style, and another one is the APA, American Psychological Association. Though there are 3 styles there. If you go to the Google Scholar, you can see these types of titles. So whenever you will choose any bibliography, first check what is the requirement from the journal site. If nothing is mentioned, choose only one. because they generally 99% case they mention what will be the style to write a bibliography. But if 1% case, if it is not mentioned, only write in a same manner. First one MLA, second one CMS. Don't do this. When you will write the bibliography, please write it only one pattern. And so this is the process of writing. And so first we will start with figures or tables, then results and discussion. Then we will write the methods, introduction and conclusion. From the research and discussion, we can write the conclusion and we can write the introduction also. And last of all, we will brush the abstract, we will write the conclusion and we will write the title. So these are the steps to write the building a scientific manuscript. Till now it is manuscript. Now what is the next step? You have wrote the manuscript. Now before sending it, be your self-reviewer. Be your self-reviewer. Read your journals minimum 10 to 15 times. If you read again and again, you can only understand what are the problems in your journal, what do you feel. You will check the results are related to the original questions or objective, whatever you have thought, objectives. You know, if you want to submit any journals in the Elsevier, you have to give the objectives in a different para. And when the paper is published, you can see the objectives will be also in the objective should be present there. So while you will, when you will do this one, when you will read yourself, first ask yourself, your original question or objectives are answered or not. So though maybe you are sending in the other journals, maybe IEEE, maybe Springer, maybe Taylor and Francis Wiley, wherever, though you will write your objectives in a paper, what you want to do. Do the data support your hypothesis? Say you want to show the result in the power system that the wavelet transformation gives better result in the case of the power active power improvement, power quality improvement than neural network. Say you want to show the result that neural network gives the better result than wavelet transformation. But your result is showing that very less change or almost zero change. So please check that data is supportive to your hypothesis or not. Are your results are consistent with other investigators have reported? That say you have told my method, you have given one algorithm and you claimed my result is best. But you have checked about the old research, whatever you cited, that is this really better or not? If you have any doubt, please read the paper once and please check the result carefully. If your result is not good, but you have tell some new topic, maybe it is not good or not so much good with respect to other. Please try to explain why you have used, but why it is not good. We will not use this method. This is also one finding. According to my guide, it is that it is not the negative point. You have tell one new algorithm, but it is not so much good. You will explain, because so that the next researcher will not use the paper, use the technique. So please, that is also one finding, that this method is not good or this method gives the same result like X algorithm will gives the same result with Y. That is also a finding. Then is there another way to interpret your results? If your result is not, you are not satisfied, you check Fine, you check the result 5 or 6 times or maybe 100 times and check, is there any other way to interpret the result? Sometimes maybe the result is giving the same value, but the speed of giving the result is more. That is also one findings for your thesis. So find what is the novelty, what is the positive thing you worked hard. So it should be priced. So who can give the price? You can only give the price of your work. So you will try to interpret your result in such a way it should attract the editor, attract the reviewer, attract the reader. So it is in your hand. Further research should be necessary to answer raised by your results. Say you have done some experiment. Say for me, my thesis topic was first journal, which is in the IT control theory and application. It was the self-switched estimator. So we use the self-switched estimator for the hybrid system. Next, if in the case of the estimator, fault is there, if the system has faults. Now in my time, in the 4 years back, fault diagnosis was the hot topic. So if I have taken the topic and I used my procedure, newly proposed algorithm for fault detection. So further research using the same topic. Choose such a topic. If you are a new researcher, choose such a topic so that you can do the more research. Okay, and explain what is new without exaggerating. Write your novelty in a crisp manner. It will be better if you write your novelty in the bulleted form. If you write many sentences, no one have this much of patience to read. They will skip. Your paper will first go to the reviewer. If reviewer said you have written so many things, they will be unsatisfied and they will reject the paper or send it in the review. That's why bullet or point your novelty in a crisp manner. So this is the self-review. So now your manuscript is ready. What is the next step? You have to send to a journal. So first you will check the language. Is this accept? Because it is not for us actually. Those who are from China, France, they use their local language, native language. So language is required. Then focus. If you want to, as I told, my PhD topic goes for signal processing, goes for process control, goes for control system. So focus which journal you want to, what is the main tone of your paper, and focus on this and choose the journal accordingly. Next is the indexing. If you are chosen that IEEE conjunction or IET. Yes, ma'am, tell me. Yes, ma'am. Any doubt, ma'am? Okay. Hello. Okay. So indexing is required where you are sending. If like IET journals are indexed in IEEE, so it has the more value. If some journals is indexed in Elsevier, it has the more value than other Scopus indexed journals. So indexing is the main important thing. Availability. Is the journal is available to everywhere or not? Though we use the IEEE journal, but many colleges don't have the IEEE subscription. So many paper can, if it is the college take the subscription, it will be available to more people and citation will increase. Next one is the reputation of the journal, same. Then format. Format means what is the format? When you will choose the journals, you will check your paper is as per as the journal format or not. Each and every journal will specify their format in MS Word and LaTeX. Choose any mode and try to format your journal in their way. Next one is the charges. Generally, maximum SCI index journal is unpaid, but some SCI journals are paid also, and some Scopus index journal is also paid. So check the it is called the APC, article processing charge, before submitting the journals. But if you go for the unpaid journals, it will take more time. Now choice is yours. What do you want? Better publication or fast publication? So it is the choice of the author. So first we will go for the conference. The paper may be conference, maybe we can send it for conference also. So conference has two main theme. One is theme. What is the theme? Maybe some one Indian's best conference is IEEE Indicon. Every year it is organized by the IIT. So please check the conference theme. In the IEEE Indicon, they only ask for the electrical, electronics, and computer science journal. So for this, what is the theme? We cannot send our own paper to any other domain, and we have to check after accepting in the conference and presenting in the conference. Your paper will go to the conference proceedings, or sometimes if your paper is good enough, they will tell to send you a revised and elaborate version to publish it in the journal. So please check it, because sometimes the conference can be changed into the journals. And also check the organizer. Who is the organizer? If many IEEE conferences are there, and it has a Scopus value also. Next is the journal. As I told, journal may be two types, paid and unpaid. Paid journals also can be now. Actually, this is the old format. In that time, only unpaid journals was indexed in Scopus and SCI. But now, paid journal, some good paid journal like Sage Publication, though it is a paid journal, it is very, very good. So this is the Scopus and SCI indexing. Next, check the impact factor of the journal. Not impact factor. Always try to publish your journal in the high impact factor. Though it is very, very tough work, but we have to choose it from the impact factor. Next, you have checked the H index. If you send it in the H index, there is some indexing I will tell later, and the Cite score. So Cite score is also for the journal. What is the Cite score? What is the meaning of Cite score? If you send 10 journals and 3 are only cited from the journals, what will be the Cite score? It is 0.3%. Sorry, it is 30%. So this is the Cite score. What is number of journals, number of papers submitted to the journals, and how many journals, how many papers are cited by the authors. This is called the Cite score. If in one journal 100 papers are published, and among 100 papers only 20 papers got citation, so the Cite score will be 20%. So this is the Cite score. So already I will tell just one line how to publish. So preparation is complete, then you have to submit it. Submission is complete. After submission, it will go to the production and then publication. So all preparation I have discussed. So I think no doubt from the preparation. Finding the right journal, then manuscript preparation, then electronic supplementary material preparation. If you have any photograph, or you have to do it in the according to the resolution, according to the pixel the journal wants. And if you have any doubt, you can contact any author support system. And before we do not do this, but please check this one. What are the journal matrices? what is the impact factor, what is its indexing. Check these things. Check the editorial policies. Is there any APIs, is there any processing charge or not? Is there any hidden policies or not? Please check this. If you want to publish it in the open access, some journals, some unpaid journals offer the open access. Open access means if you pay the money, it will be open for all. No need of subscription of that journal. So is there any chance of open access or not? So it has the licensing or permission is there or not? And what is the procedure of the copyright and plagiarism check? Please check this before submitting your journal. And what are the steps of the submission? First, you will submit your journal. So after reviewing, it may be 2 or 3 times review may be completed. It may be come back from the editorial also. Second, it may be 1 or 2 major or minor revision should be there. And after revision, there should be the acceptance. After acceptance, they will give it for the so can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, actually suggest some reputed journal in electrical field. Okay, I will tell sir. So so this is the, then we will go for the preprint sharing. They will give you the preprint copy, you can keep it. After that online print, and after that the offline print will be there. So these are the submission procedure. So after acceptance, they will give you one copyright form. You have to give the copyright form filled by you and send to them. They will check the typesetting because every journal has a specific typesetting. They will arrange your journal according to the typesetting. Then this article will send to the author for the proofs, and corrected proofs will be written by the author. Then it will published online. And author's correction limitation, there are, say sometimes they send, and some people what they do, maybe some results are wrong, they have changed the result and they give the new result. So don't do this. Sometimes it leads to the rejection of your journal. So when your paper is accepted, only check the typesetting correction, spelling is correct or not, authorship is correct or not. Any changes in title or authorship are not allowed. What does it mean? If you have want to say your friend or any your supervisor will tell, please add my name at the time of the acceptance. After acceptance, it is not allowed. So don't do this. It may lead to the rejection of your paper. And another thing is that sometimes we will want to change the result also. That also change that will also leads to the rejection of the paper. Only check the typographical error. Don't check everything. Only check the typographical error arising during the typesetting. Okay. So these are the flowchart. These are the flowchart for the paper publication. Submit the paper, confirmation of the receipt. When you will submit the paper, immediately you can get one auto-generated mail within 24 to 48 hours for the receipt. Initial decision by the editor. Initial decision by the editor means if it is out of scope or it has no novelty. If the editor feel this one, he may reject. If he feels no, it is okay, it will go to the reviewers. So assign the reviewers. In the reviewer side, the reviewers accept the invite and they may get I don't know exactly. I have worked as the reviewer of IEEE and Taylor and Francis, and they give the time for 45 days. So it depends in the 45 days, but it can be extended up to 60 days also, because once I also taken times up to 60 days. So it is extended up to 60 days for the Taylor and Francis. IEEE first gives the 45 days time. So it is maybe revise, the review maybe accept, maybe reject. So sometimes what happened, say your paper went to the 3 reviewers. One people give the revise, one person accept, and one person reject. What will be the end result? The end result is again be decided to the editor. If he feels no, the rejection is wrong, he may send your paper to any other reviewer also. That's why the unpaid journals take more time, because there are more time for the revision. Then it will after that we will compile whatever the revision they told. You should compile it. If you at least you try to answer 90% of your question. If the reviewer asks something and if you are not agree with him, just say him politely that this is my thinking and I use this methodology for this. But you should, as you are the gainer, so you should be some polite. You should not write the things in very rough manner. And after revision, there may be 2 things: accept or reject. If it is accept, the paper sent to the publisher. So this is one thing, what to do if a paper gets rejected. This is the most, for a researcher, this is the most bad experience. I will tell, it is heartbreaking experience, but do not get discouraged. I know everyone who are doing the research or who are sending the papers, everyone faces this problem once or twice or more than that. An unpaid journal, 95% chance for getting rejected. Do not get discouraged. Take 5 to 10 days time. Make you come. Then you will read why they reject your paper. Immediately you will feel excited. Why they do this? You may get angry. So don't do this. Take 2 or 3 days. Do not just turn around. If you just turn around, okay, my paper is bad, I will not send. This is may not the case. Maybe in that paper it is not match, but in the other paper it will be more valuable. My personal experience for my first paper, my first journal, with full of hopes, full of ideas, and at that time I am a new researcher, just started my PhD after completion of my ME, full of M2. I sent it in the Journal of Process Control of Elsevier. For 2 months, it is with editor. And after 2 months, one fine morning, I got the mail. It is rejected from the editorial. It not went to the review also. I started crying and I talked to my guide, sir, what is the thing? But after one sir told me, wait for 2 to 3 days and search for the new journals. I got IET Control Theory and Application, and Control Theory and Application is IEEE indexing, and the in the top 5 in the Control Theory, it is that within the top 5 impact factor, the very high impact factor. I sent my journal and my guide told, send it, but hope for the worst. Don't hope for the best, because Elsevier when rejected, it is IET and it is IEEE indexing. So it may got rejected. But luckily in the first review only, I got acceptance from 2 reviewers. Only 1 reviewer gave some point. And in the second review, it got accepted. So it is only luck. Don't think that one journal turnaround means, yes, sir. One journal turnaround means it is not done. Okay, then carry out the additional, if you want to improve, carry out some experiment, and you will carry out some experiment so that you can improve the result. Okay, if you feel that some negative review is there, please carry out the experiment to improve the result also. So after publishing, they will give the online, and then it will publish in the journal issue. And these are the things for the production. Okay, next, what is index? So what is index? Indexing means when we see the index of a book, what is the meaning of index? This is the search engine. We will search where is the thing is. So it is the index is to track the thing. So in similarly, what is the indexed journal? Indexed journal is one that is indexed in various database, maybe in the SCI, maybe in the Google Scholar, maybe in the Scopus. So it is the indexed. So where the name of the journals we can find. And indexed journal is, it is Web of Science. So previously there is only one, that is ISI Web of Knowledge Citation is there, but now we have Scopus journals, we have SCI journals are there. Why is indexing is essential? Indexing will help your journal achieve its main purpose, being accessible to the wide audience. If your journals is indexed in the Google Scholar or in the Scopus, Scopus is from Elsevier, or from the Thomas Recruiters, the SCI, it will go to the more audience. One journal, many indexing means it will go to the more audience, and it will improve your citation. Being accessible in turn will improve the journal's reputation. So, and the database research is the first activity the researcher undertake as the part of their study. So it is the study, for the study we will take this. So what are the important index? Scopus index, MBase. MBase is not MBase for the Elsevier. Scopus is also from Elsevier, but MBase is not used now. Next one is the Google Scholar. Generally, maximum journal is in the Google Scholar. PubMed is for the medical line, and SCI. Previously, we called this SCI. It is from Web of Science, Science Citation Index, but now they have increased it up to SCIE, Science Citation Index expanded, and they have increased the number of journals. So how do you know if a conference or journal is Scopus? We will take the Scopus because it is required most. It is Scopus indexed or not. Open the Scopus page. You will type the journal name. You can see it is Scopus indexed or not. You can also browse the Scopus page. Welcome to the Scopus home page, and check the title list from the Scopus. Sometimes some journals, maybe their Scopus indexing was ended in 2020, but in the 2021 also they are writing our journal is Scopus indexed. That's why when you will get one journal, before submitting it, go to the Scopus and you will check it is Scopus indexed or not. Or similarly, you will check in the SCI indexed or not. Otherwise, you can go to this thing. I have write to it. It is Biox.bio. Biox.bio. If you go to this website, bioxbio.com, and if you give bioxbio.com, you can write the journal name. They will show you in where it is indexed. It is if it is indexed in Scopus, if it is indexed in SCI, they will show it properly. Otherwise, you can go to the SCI website or Scopus website and you can check the indexed. So Next, what are the different matrices? This is the very, very important thing. All the time we will tell journal impact factor, H index, G index. What are these things? These are the different matrices of the quality paper. So first of all, we will tell about the impact factor. What is the meaning of the impact factor? The impact factor of the journal, according to the Wikipedia, is reflects the yearly mean number of citation of the articles published. So it is the mean of the how many citation of each and every article. They will check every year how many citation they make one mean, and it will show as the impact factor. Journal impact factor is a measure of frequency with which the average article published in a journal. Say, if one journal has the 2.5 impact factor, that means each and the average of the citation of each journal is 2.5 every year. Generally, the journals of the science field or humanities have the more impact than the engineering. In the engineering, if one journal has 2.5 to 3, it is a very good journal in case of the electrical engineering. And but now the physiology, the artificial intelligence journal has also have a good impact factor. But the old like power system journals or journals of control system has the range of between 2.5 to 3, means a high impact journal. Next is H index. H index is the method, is the indexing of the authored label. What is this? It is the indexing of the authored label. In the case of the author, we can check the H index only. What is the meaning of H index? Number of citations. Say it is a graph. We have the different citation. What is the minimum value of your maximum cited papers? This is a two terms, minimum and maximum. What is your most cited papers and what is the minimum value of the most cited papers of a author is called the H index. I will show you. This is my Google Scholar page. And another term is I index. How many papers have the more than 10 citation? You can say, check this paper has the citation 12. So 12 means you can see this is the citation 12 means my I-10 index is 1. If any journals gets more than 12 citation, its I-10 index will be more. What is the citation factor? Citation factor of these journals, I have taken some journals, it is 20. Like this. Actually, I have two names in my journals. One is S. Chatterjee, another is Shayanti Chatterjee. So I am showing only the S. Chatterjee page. So it is the with the S. Chatterjee name, it is 20. Another important thing is when you are, what is the H index? Here you can check my first journal has 12 citation. Next journal has 4 citation. Next journal is 3 citation. Now, if we think about this citation, so what is the minimum value of the citation of each journal? It is 3. So my H index is 3. Clear? So this is the H index. So already we have told about the impact factor. Impact factor use a 2-year period of time, and how to calculate number of times the article published in 2 years. In 2 years and number of citable items. So say in one journal, if 200 paper is published and 70 in 2 years, we will check for last 2 years, and 73 is the citable. So what is the impact factor? Impact factor of the journal is 2.73. and it is the average value. If it is 0.45 means it is a very low impact factor journals. But sometimes some IEEE journals has the like IEEE signal processing has the very less impact factor, but it is one of the best journals. So don't think that all the journals are good or bad based on the impact factor, but impact factor is good for an author to improve their citation. Next one is the H index. H index means I have already told what is the minimum value of the maximum cited papers. You can see one person has the journal 33, 30, 20, 15 like this. So these, what are the top journals? These are his top journals. And 6 is the minimum value of the citation of his different journals. So his H index should be 6. Let's do one exercise. So we have to calculate, say one person has 6 journal, first citation is 10, next citation is 11, next citation is 3, 1, 2, 0. So he has more citation. What will be his H index? Anyone, you can write it in the chat box also. What will be the H index of that person? You can write it in the chat box also. So it should be not 1, it should be 3. Why 3? See, minimum 3 he got in his most cited. What are the most cited papers? 10, 11, 3, 1, 2. So what are the most cited? These 3 are the most cited papers of him. And what is the value of the most cited papers? The value is 3. So his H index should be 3. We will discard the 1, 2, these things. You first check first arrange it, what are your most cited journals. And now what is the minimum value of your most cited journals? So check this one and you will get the value. Check this one. Say what is the most cited here? One is 10, 6, 15, 6, 0, 0. Its value will be 6 because 6 is, he has 4 journals in the most cited and minimum value is 6. So his H index will be 6. And what will be his I-10 index? Number of journals gets 10 or more than 10 times. So it is 1, it is 2. So its I-10 index will be 2. Yes, correct. So this is the I-10 index. So I think it is clear, H index and I-10 index, what are the things. Another index are there, G index and eigenfactor, but till now we will not use these two things. It is only for the, it is previously used, so we will not go for this. This is the important thing from the author side. How to increase your citation, how to improve your impact factor. So how to do this? One, first we already know that the citation, what is citation and why we do this, why we need this. So if citation is required, though many person told that impact factor or H index is not the metric of your quality research, but say you are doing in, say Hawkins is doing the research in the black hole. Now very little persons work about in the black holes. Maybe his citation is very poor. I can give the example of my guide. My guide, Professor T.K. Ghoshal, he used to work with APJ Abdul Kalam in the Agni missile. He is the main scientist of Agni missile 4 and 5. Now he is old and he is not doing any research. After the passed away of APJ Abdul Kalam sir, he has now stopped working. So his paper may be very quality paper, but it is published in such a flight dynamics journal which has less impact factor, and maybe citation is also very less. It doesn't mean that he is not a great scientist. He got the best scientist award and Padma Shri one time. So it is not the perimeter, but for us, yes, this is the perimeter when we will go for any interview or anything. So how to do it? Recruiting papers from highly cited authors. It is one thing to improve your citation. When if you are a
Ma'am.
well, yes sir.
Madam, just a minute.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Is it in our hand to improve impact factor?
That's what your impact factor means, your citation score, not your journals. Impact
Okay,
factor
okay.
sometimes tells the personal impact factor means citation score. That is also
Okay.
called the author's impact factor. So
Okay,
how
right,
to do? Yes sir. So how to do this? We can do this using the. We can take one good author with us. If you are new researcher and not a known face, we can take the help of some. We can some well-known author, but the chance is very less. You can take the name of some good author and publish your paper. If in your paper the name of Ramesh Babu is there, if your digital control system, your name of Ramesh Babu is there, it should many person will cite your paper only for the name. But this is not practically feasible. So how to do this? How to boost? Cite your past work when it is relevant to a new manuscript. Refer yourself when you will write a new manuscript. Cite your name. If it is not mentioned 3 to 4 papers, if it is a little citation also, you can cite your own work. It will give not only your citation index increase. Whenever anyone read your paper, they will go to the reference. We do it. If we have any doubt, we will go to the reference, and again they can read your another paper also. So first thing, cite your past work when it is relevant to your new manuscript. Next one, carefully choose your keywords. Already I told how to write keywords. When we will search one journal, we will search using the keywords. So carefully choose your keywords. Use the phrase of your title and repeated the main keywords in your abstract, because when we will read one journal, we will read only the abstract. In the 80% time, we read only the abstract. So that's why use the keywords as many times as it can possible. And what I feel, I use 2 names. At that time, no one told me. In some papers, I have S. Chatterjee, some paper, it is Shayanti Chatterjee. So the problem is the consistent from your name. Use the consistent name throughout your paper. It will improve your citation only. So if you make any orchid in your email with that name, so it will be very helpful in your orchid ID and Scopus ID. It will bring all your papers of the same name. ResearchGate also do this. I have my ResearchGate and Orchid account. So they also do this. They will take all the information of your name and publish. So it will improve your citation only. And what is the another thing? Another thing is the make sure that what I told, your name, affiliation, all the things are correct. If you are use different things, it will be more problematic. Make your manuscript easily accessible. How? You can choose for the open access journal. If it is if money is no matter to you, you can go for the open access journal. And you can sometimes you can post your preprint or postprint in the ResearchGate or Reciprocity. There are many websites are there where you can, in India it is more is ResearchGate or SlideShare. You can share your data, and you can also contribute to the Wikipedia about your topic. What will do in the Wikipedia also, you can see in the blue color there is the number, that is the it will give the citation. It will increase your citation. As minimum thing, you can give your full research article in the ResearchGate or in the SlideShare. It will help. Present your work at conferences. If you go for more conferences, many people will listen your topic and they will know what is the research field of you. And if you can make some group, you can do more research and they can cite your papers, and say 5 or 6 people are doing the work on the renewable energy sources. So each of everyone can cite their paper in their own papers. It will also improve your cross citation. So these are the method. Use your name number consistently. Number 2, make the information correct. Go for the open access journal. 4 is the share your data in the preprint version or postprint version in the ResearchGate and ResearchGate or SlideShare or Figshare, and present your work at the conferences. It will improve your citation. So these are the examples. Already I have told this portion. So, and another important thing, what I have published the journal with the high impact factor. High impact factor means total published paper divided by cited paper. So if the impact factor is high, means the cited paper is more. So please go to the high impact factor journals, which will give you the more citation journals. So you can see, and one more thing, keep publishing. Keep publishing. What is the thing? If you keep publishing your journals, the number of publication, you can see, if anyone published like this, it is one example of the International Education Studies, volume 6. So from there, I have taken this one. So if you have this publication, you can see the publication here. You can cite your paper, and if you are becoming a known name on this domain, everyone will start to search your paper only. So you can see, if you are publishing in a constant rate, your citation is increased like a parabolic nature. So you can see, this is the main importance for this publishing. So please keep publishing. It will not only improve your citation, it will give you the idea to about your research topic, and it will give you confidence. It will tell you how to write a proper journal. So thank you all. If you have any question, you can ask me. Okay, one question, sir has asked me about the. So one question was there, what should be the, what are some important journals? So important journals, if you ask me, it depends on the paper to paper. As my topic is, so as my topic is control system, I can tell you some control system journal names, like in the LCBR, Journal of Process Control, Control Application and Theory. These are the very good journals, and these are the SCI index. If you go to the IET, best is the Control Theory and Application. You have the SMT, Science, Measurement and Technology. It also accepts the measurement and instrumentation paper also. So if you go for the Springer, if you give the keyword, you can see the ample of journals from there. So please do it according to your what do you want, what is your main aim. You search it and you will get. Any other question? Anyone have any other question? Please write it in the chat box. So sorry sir, I don't know which journal have high impact factor. So that I don't know. High impact factor means you have to search, sir. There is, if you go to Google, they will show the impact factor generally, but I don't know which has the high impact factor. Generally, LCBR journals has more impact factor than IEEE journals. This is the general thing. I am not telling this is the 100% correct, but generally. Any other question from any other one? So I think there is no question. So I want to tell my sincere thanks to the organizer for giving me the chance for, and I want to thank the management of the IARE, our HOD sir, Sridhar sir, Ranjit sir, Satish sir for organizing such a beautiful FDP. And it is really very informative FDP what we have gone through last few days. Thank you for all, and thank you participants for listening my topic, and please give the feedback. Thank you all.
Hello. Yeah.